Hi there, welcome aboard the Brindabella Jetstream 4100, and we're here on the ground at Coffs Harbour, the Orbx airport, and we're heading up to Brisbane, another airport by Orbx, in the PMDG Jetstream 4100. Passengers are pretty much boarded, as you can see, and it's time to close the doors. Doors closed. Alright, so let's do a before start checklist. Actually, before we do that, let's run a departure briefing. It'll be runway 21 from Coffs Harbour. Then we'll climb to the circuit on the left hand circuit and then fly direct to Gamble. That's on the LNAV. Okay, looking at the weights, we have 2,650 pounds of fuel on board. We have 20 passengers, 21 actually, 8 bags in the closet, and we have more than that in the pods. It's 100 pounds in the pod, and it was 850 in the aft baggage unit, 80 in the closet. Okay, let's have a look at the takeoff weight. Will be 2200. Landing weight will be just under 2100. 2200, we'll need to look that up. There we are, 2200 pounds, and flaps 9, departure speed V1 is 111, rotate the same, V2 115, and the minimum critical engine speed is 131. Flap retract speed of 145. Bring that up later. Okay, safety briefing. The runway is 2,000 meters long. We're happy to stop all the way up to V1. Rotation is at V1, and it is cav okay out there pretty much, so we can take off, make a left-hand circuit, come back if we need to. I'm flying the aircraft today, so I'll make decisions on stop and go. We'll be reviewing it at 80 knots, 70 knots I think, 70 knots, yep. Alright, so assuming that we're all happy to go, let's run the before start checklist. Parking brake is set, door is closed, clearance of start, it's a CTAF, so we don't need it. Let's get the batteries on. And the collision lights on. Fuel pump on. And let's come down here. EGT is 9 degrees, so there's nothing there. Fuel quantity showing up, 1325 in both, and that's correct. Right, engine start on the right. Check props are clear. They are feathered at the moment, so we will need to unfeather those. Unfeather right engine. Right engine unfeathered. Now it'll be full disc at the moment. Engine at right, start. RPM rising, EGT rising. Stabilizing at 690. And right engine cut out. Starter cut out. Generator is on. Let's get some lights on. Okay, we're good for unfeathering engine 1, the left side. Engine unfeathered on the right. Start master to the right, to the left, sorry. And engine start on left. Now looks like a good spin. EGT rising. EGT stabilizing. 690. Stable. RPM rising. And left engine starter cut up. Start locks won't engage, but that's fine. And I'm just going to push that forward back in the drop. And engine 1 generator on. Let's get the avionics on. Aft start check. Check. Okay, pressurised and air conditioning should be auto. They are auto. Start fuel pumps coming off. Anti-ice systems. Anti-ice test complete. Striking that flight plan. That's YCFS and Coffs Harbour Airway Whiskey 214. All that to Gamble. And H66. All the radar Jacobs well. Then Airway H185 to Brisbane YBBN. That's complete. Let's do VNAV data. Level 190. Transition is 10,000. Let's go to plan data. Reserve will be 800.
Takeoff shuttle, get out of JS41 go for assistance to the left. Last 2,900 trackers
let's get that rid of them for the moment. Payload. So 0 fuel weight 19177. And operating weight is 14647. 45030. That's in pounds. Okay, that's all set up. Flight plan for that side. Still waiting on attitude. Let's look at our weighting again. Our weights. Let's get these on. Okay, 111. Both for V1 and rotate. I've just stuck V1 as 110, so I'll do V111 for the rotate, give it 1 knot difference. What was the next one? 115. I seem to remember a 120 something. No, 131. Is that right? Here it is, 131. Set. Okay, that's the speed's done. Let's get rid of that light. And I'm going to use LNAV on the full map display. And this side LNAV on the TCAS display. The flight directors to the takeoff mode. Let's do a before taxi check. Flap 9 for departure.
Flaps 9.
Check. Takeoff speeds have been set. Thrust rating will be 100% without the boost. Flight guidance FMS and no-bays is set for departure. Takeoff briefing has been complete. Brake heat should be fine. I've been here for about 20 minutes. Taxi and clearance route will be runway 21 via Charlie, straight on to Charlie. Let's call centre. So 133.2.
I'm sending 0 into Brisbane via the Blacker 6.
And 118.2 is the CTAP.
Runway 19, flight level 170. Oh, that's the Blacker 6, arrival runway 19.
Now on the this side we'll need the air direct too, so I might go direct to Gamble after the circuit. And we'll also, once we do that, need a flight plan so I can get, just put this in CFS. That's better. So that'll fill out with some times once we get airborne. Traffic Coffs Harbour and Brisbane Centre. Brindabella 554 on the ground at Coffs. Taxis with 30 POV. Destination Brisbane.
Brindabella 554, good evening Brisbane. Brisbane Centre, squawk 4326, no reported IFR traffic, Coffs Harbour.
Squawk code 4326 and copy the traffic. Brindabella 554. 4326 set.
Compass 664,
okay, our maximum altitude is 8,500 in the G. After that's E. I'm ready to go. Let's run. I've done the taxi checks.
Into Brisbane by the Smoker 9 and Victor.
Let's call the CTAF.
Runway 19.
Coffs Harbour, CTAF, Brindabella 554 at stand 1 at the domestic apron. The taxi's runway 21 via Charlie. Taxi lights on. Touch her in my seat there we go. Just read out that's meta again. We have Coffs Harbour, winds calm, no cloud, and 9 degrees Celsius, QNH 1028. There we go. Okay, approaching the runway, let's go for the strobes and everything else. Cabin crew is seated. Transponder on. Traffic Coffs Harbour, Brindabella 554, Jetstream 4100 enters runway 21 for departure via downwind departure on the left side. Confirmed runway 21. No traffic on finals that I can see. Condition levers of flight. Check. Takeoff checks. Cabin notified. Trim set for the green band. Flaps 9 set for takeoff. Spoilers are now armed. Transponder Charlie. And let's take off. Takeoff checklist is complete.
Takeoff power set.
Check. Cross check.
V1, rotate. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up.
Gear up.
There's 500 foot. And traffic Coffs Harbour Brindabella 554 turns downwind at 2000, climbing to 2500 for a downwind departure. Flaps up.
Flaps up.
Just going to back off on the power a little bit. Make it 98%. Checking that EGT as it comes up. 98% set. There we go on the downwind. Still inside the CTAF airspace, so stay on the frequency for a little while. There we are. Let's hit some automatic modes here. I want, let's see, nav mode and vertical, no, IAS is what I want. Altitude select. That's good. Nav capture, autopilot's in. And we'll reduce that back to 190 on the climb. That's set. Let's go to the centre. Time was 3:04 when we departed. Gambling 26 minutes at this speed. It'll probably be about more like 20. $56. Cool. Brisbane Centre, Brindabella 554 departed the Coffs Harbour at time 54. Has a message.
And cancel 644 for just that conference.
Okay, we're waiting for them. Let's do a climb check. Gear is up, lights are out. Pressurization. Pressurization looks good. Cabin altitude at 1000.
Are you with me on voice?
Center, Brindabella 554 with message.
Brindabella 554, go ahead, sir.
Brindabella 554 was out of Coffs Harbour at time 3-4, climbing out of 8,500 and through 5,800. We estimate gamble at time 5-6.
Brindabella 554, red identified, climb to flight level 190. Start clearance to Brisbane this evening is a Gold Coast 6 Victor, arrival, runway 19er, flight level 190.
Climb flight level 190, just checking that arrival, we're via Blacker.
Center, Catholic, 44.
Yeah, let's give it a bit more juice up to the limit there. Get it,
640-47, flight level 210.
That's past the limit. Let's bring it back. Light touch on the throttle there.
Brindabella 554 amended clearance into Brisbane. Blacker 6 Victor, arrival, runway 19er.
Blacker 6 Victor, runway 19er, Brindabella 554. Yeah, let's review what we've got there. We've got climb rate of 14, coming up to 15 probably. Altitude 190 set and selected. Now we're doing the arrival for Blacker. Let's go the arrival. There it is, Blacker. Blacker 6 Victor.
Brindabella 554, just a message from the controller.
Blacker 554, go ahead.
Yeah, just inquiring to see if you may have stopped at the Pier Hotel at Coffs for a cold draft before departure.
Indeed.
Yeah, favourite watering hole of mine, mate. Pier Hotel. The Pier Hotel up here.
Yeah, not bad. Icing, I think. Yep, ice detect. So we'll need to do some funny things here. Let's have a look what's happening out. Just going to roll forward a touch in the seat.
Compass 6, 440 descends 9,000, Brisbane QNH 1027, runway 19er.
Yeah, that's happening. See a little bit of it starting to form on the wing leading edge there. So we'll need to break off that ice once it forms a little bit more. And before we start doing that, we do need to reduce our EGT, and due to that I'm going to actually go back to full RPM. This gives us a bit more of a chance to climb. We're out of 10,000 feet, QNH 1013. They're about 10 underneath the maximum heat, so let's put on propeller ice. Just double check what that's going to do to our EGT. Not too bad. And this one will be the big one. Engine elevator ice on.
Number 644.
EGT goes over. And bring it back.
Go ahead. Become 644, descend 9000, QNH 1027.
Descend 9000, 1027.
Keep it right on the ragged edge. It's a little bit too much. Yeah, that's comfortable. That's not. Okay, cycle. The boot to go. Boom. There we go. So a little piece of ice has dropped down into wherever that is down there. Obviously there's just a bit of moisture floating around in the atmosphere up here. 1,000 feet a minute, it's not too bad. Right, let's get rid of some lights here. Taxi lights certainly don't need to be on. And I can seatbelt sign off. Yeah, that was fun. Right, let's review what's in the FMS. We have Jacobs Well, Brisbane, so that's not right. Let's get rid of that first version of Brisbane at least. Blacker. There we are, blacker.
Cover 644, contact approach now 124.7 today.
Approach 124.
There's two blackers, so we know the next one is fine. So blacker Jacobs Well, Poodle, Booten, Kalpa, Grey M.
Frequency be advised, controller change coming shortly. The world-renowned ATC controller expert extraordinaire Robert Cooley will be coming on as Kettle. He's very afraid.
So I'm just going to look at these charts.
I'm always afraid, man.
Blacker Victor. Okay, Blacker Victor's a visual approach. We've got Blacker, Jacobs Well, Poodle, Booten, Cooper, and then a visual approach runway 19er. As such, there's no real nav aids, but we might as well chuck some in for the ILS just in case. Another cycle of a boots. There we go. Come on. There it goes. Also, the airway button is illuminated. Let's keep that in mind. It's 17 degrees in Brisbane, so hopefully it will be fine by the time we get down there. Speaking of Brisbane, we need a 113.2 as a Brisbane VOR. There we are, 138 miles to go. Going to set up as if we're going to do a ILS approach, even though we won't be. Let's still leave the option open. So ILS 110.1. And that's set on nav 2 already. Let's swap that around, put it in the primary. Nav 2 on the DME. Let's have a look at what we need for the inbound approach course. 196 on course. .196 set, preset. Nah, it should be all fine. Yeah, I'm still getting ice.
Careful center, Romeo Juliet Foxtrot.
EGT limit is below what we're at. Let's bring that back down.
Okay, center, are you covering Oakley Amberley station tonight? Romeo Juliet Foxtrot, negative on the VFR traffic. There's just about a controller change happening at this time. I can give you advice on traffic in the area. Roger, I have
that's a freezing level right there.
VFR to my 1 o'clock tracking Oakley at the moment. So, yeah, 4.5. You're ready to really Foxtrot, yeah, I've got that traffic for you.
Let's take out the book and have a look at what's happening for our arrival speeds.
Level 3,000. Unverified.
I would estimate a landing weight of 2,900.
The traffic at your 12 o'clock 10 miles is unverified 3,000. Yeah, roger that. I have visual on all three of those aircraft and maintaining the growth.
Yeah, I'll be using flap 25. Now, depending on how the icing goes, since it's 17 degrees down at Brisbane, we might be out of icing by then. If so, we'll be using our VREF of 109, 117 if the anti-ice is still an issue. Which even right now, it's not really an issue anymore. Looks like we're above that moisture layer. And the wings certainly aren't icing up. And the ice detect light's gone out. So let's get rid of the engine anti-ice, propeller anti-ice. We can increase the EGT, and I'm going to reduce the RPM back to its normal status. Going to reduce that again. There we are. So 484, 83. That'll just about do it. Yep. See the vertical profile, and there isn't really one. Okay, we just need to cross Buden at 185 knots or less.
Traffic on frequency 133.2, controller change happening. Good night.
See you, Tarek. In that time, let's go to Brisbane YBBN and see if we catch something there.
On first contact with Brisbane, ground or approach, notify repeat on Tango, Brisbane, terminal information, Tango, expect, visual, approach, runway 19 and 144, arrival, runway 194, departure, wind 150, degree 4 knots, cab OK, temperature 1 QNH 1027, on first contact with Brisbane, ground or approach, notify repeat on Tango, Brisbane, terminal information, Tango, expect, visual, approach, runway 19 and 144, arrival, runway 194, departure, wind 150, degree 4 knots, cab OK, temperature 1 QNH 1027, on first contact with Brisbane, ground or approach, notify repeat on Tango, Brisbane, terminal information, Tango, expect, visual, approach, runway.
That's pretty clear. Information Tango, runway 19er, 17 degrees, QNH 1027, winds 1019 at 4. That was over runway 14 ups for arrivals. It's going to reduce our forward speed to get some extra foot per minute as we're approaching the last 1,000 feet. 1,000 foot to go. TTL lights. There we are.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's chuck some of these speeds in. I think we'll be okay for the icing. So, target speed 124, VREF 109, and for the go around V2 111. So let's put V1 on the VREF. So it is V1. That'll be 111. 109 was it? Yep, 109. And the target speed 124. We'll make that the R reference speed. See, 111 on the V2. And the reference 126.
7003 requesting set.
And that's it. Target speed set as the final. And we'll be flying the target speed down to 50 feet and then reducing it down to reference for the touchdown. Right, let's talk about other parts of touchdown and landing. We have runway 19, which is 3,500 metres long. We're parking just ahead of Charlie 3 Tango. We'll just get up the apron chart. It'll be gate 30, 31, 32, somewhere around there. So entering via Charlie 4 sounds plausible. There's Gamble. So if we do that, we'll exit at Alpha 5. We won't need much to do that. We might even be able to get off at Alpha 4. I'd rather get off with Alpha 5 because it's closer. So have a look at the descent profile on the star. We have Blacker, Jacob's Well Poodle at 230 knots. Boudin at 185. Cowper has no restriction, but I'd like to be established and full configured by Cowper. So it's only 3 miles from 185 knots to get out. So we'll be at on thrust pretty much from Boudin. And we'll take it into a fairly tight visual approach with a left-hand turn. ILS has been set for reference, although we will be using the window mostly. And let's look at the go-around. Now the go-around's reference from the ILS approach. It's a missed approach is track 196, which is a runway heading. Climb to 3,000 feet, then as directed by ATC. As a reference of 220 feet. And that's the minimum altitude for the ILS at least. I'm using a stable foot, 500 foot altitude, so stable by 500 feet. That means configured. Might not necessarily mean wings level at that stage, depending how tight we go the visual. Certainly we want wings level by about 200 feet, at least. We've got about 80 miles to run till our destination. We do pass the destination by about 5 miles or so. We'll take 5 miles off. So looking for descent at about 52. Current go 300 knot, a 300 knot ground speed. Which will give us a descent rate of about 1500. Blacker is next. About time to look for descent. Let's give him a call. Brisbane Centre, Brindabella 554, approaching Blacker, requesting lower level.
Brisbane 554, Brisbane Centre, just swapped over. Discretion descend, flight level 110.
Descend, flight level 110, and discretion Brindabella 554. .110 set. Let's get rid of the book. And that. Okay, landed altitude at Brisbane is basically 11 feet. So I go for 10. And let's roll that in the VS mode. We'll do. Down by 1500. And reducing throttle. Seatbelt signs on. And let's roll the descent checks. Descent checks. Pressurization is set 10 for land altitude. Approach briefing has been done. Fuel prediction destination has been calculated for 29 total weight.
Just stand by.
Navigation aids, we've got the ILS programmed 110.1 and also the DME 103.2.
Now connect Brisbane approach 124.7.
And landing data VREF has been set. Reference speed 124. And the descent checklist is complete.
Just entering the space in. Brindabella 554 descend 9000, Brisbane QNH 1027.
Then 9000, QNH 1027, Brindabella 554. 9000 set, QNH 1027. Is set. And on standby. And cross-checked. 15.1, mark. And at the same time, it's time to turn on some lights, so let's go for conspicuity lights and landing lights.
Brindabella 554, contact Brisbane approach 124.817 gate.
Might as well chuck that in. Speed.
Velocity 779, Brisbane Second just stand by one. Velocity 779, Brisbane to make today. What's your request?
You're going to maintain 240 knots until we need to slow down.
Velocity 770, that one ready, defect level 250 and stand by for that.
And we'll slow down at just after Jacob as well to 230. That's going to go. And altitude capture.
Velocity 779, start clearing. Can is in the Apollo 3 Alpha Bravo 1115. Continue descent flight level 250.
That's brutal coming up. Let's slow that down to 230. I think we should be with approach already. Listen, say that Brindabella 554, just checking away with approach.
Brindabella 554, contact Brisbane approach 124.79. I'm sure I said that. Anyway, my apologies.
Yeah, but that 1247's, yeah. I heard a speedbird yet, something. Brisbane approach. 185 for the next one. Is that really how loud he is? Okay. Brindabella 554 with your 9,000.
Brindabella 554, Brisbane, approach good evening, descent to 5,000, Q&H 102.
Down to 5,000, Q&H 1027, Brindabella 554. Let's go to VS. Okay, Brindabella 554.
7003, report finish.
703, what?
YBBN next, is it? Yes, it is, just on 10. Yeah, that's visual. Brindabella 554, visual.
Brindabella 554, cleared for the visual approach runway 19, report established.
Clear visual approach runway 19 and we'll go Brindabella 554. Cleared for the approach, let's go into IAS mode. We'll be going down to, yeah, let's cut the power there.
Cover 703 turns final
185 knots set.
Cover 7003, contact tower 120 to 5 for that.
Maybe extend out a bit. Okay. Approach check. Timber set. QNH 1027. Passenger signs on. Let's cycle. And that's all we need. Spoilers armed. I'll leave that unarmed until we get the gear down. So this next one, Cooper, it is. Yeah, let's put the speed. I'll actually grab the aircraft. Autopilot's off. And bring the speed back to 160 and then drop the gear. Flight director off.
Brisbane approach, good day, Juliet Alpha Charlie, Baron 58 with you at 1,500 to the southwest, inbound runway 14 to land.
Gear down. Juliet Alpha Charlie, Brisbane approach, good evening, Squawk 15.
For lap 9.
1512, Juliet Alpha Charlie.
Check. Set to the mist 3000.
Brisbane approach, this is compass 123. We're inbound
Flap 15.
at 1500 feet, inbound from Amberley, requesting full stop landing runway 32 Brisbane.
Flap 25.
Hey, compass 123, identified, stand by, break, Juliet Alpha Charlie, you're identified. Maintain 1,500 track inbound to Brisbane. Report 5 nautical miles Brisbane and expect joining right hand service for runway 14.
105
Maintain
set.
1,500 tracking direct Brisbane, expecting right base runway 14.
Let's start that turn inbound.
Report 5 nautical miles from Brisbane.
Reporting 5 nautical miles Brisbane, Juliet Alpha Charlie.
Yeah, landing checklist.
123, track inbound Brisbane 1,500 and report 5 nautical miles.
And checklist, landing gear down, 3
Visual,
green.
track directly
Spoilers
to
armed.
Brisbane, will report
Condition levers
5 miles.
to full. Flap 25 for landing.
Brisbane approach, travelling.
Landing checklist complete.
2000, good day.
Delta Lima, good evening. Track direct Brisbane, pad 2000. Report
I'll
5
need a little bit more room than that. Let's dogleg it.
And direct Brisbane 2000 and we'll go flight Amy, don't hang there.
Brisbane approach, Brindabella 554 established on 19.
Brindabella 554, contact Brisbane Tower 120.5 tonight.
Hotel 120.5, Brindabella 554. 120.5 set. That looks a little bit better. Brisbane Tower, Brindabella 554, Jetstream 41 is about to turn final runway 19.
Brindabella 554, runway 19, clear to land.
19 clear to land, Brindabella 554. You may need to go around. Just keep it in mind. Yes, we'll have to throw that away. We're way too high. We just can't get down from there. Alright. Power coming up. Gear up. Flap 9.
Gear up. Collapse 9.
Brindabella 554 going around.
Brindabella 554, maintain runway heading and 3000.
3000 runway heading, Brindabella 554. That looks fine. Flaps up.
Collapse up.
196 heading set. Heading set. Altitude selected set and IAS set. And autopilot's on.
Brindabella 554, contact Brisbane approach on 124.7.
Over the approach 124.7, Brindabella 554.
Should report on final.
Reducing speed and
Right hand
RPM.
for runway 14, Juliet Charlie.
Brisbane approach, compass 123, 5 DME.
Compass 123, turn left for downwind, the right hand side of runway 14, expect to put it downwind.
Roger, turn left for downwind runway 14, expect extended downwind. Compass 123.
Brisbane approach, Brindabella 554 on the go around heading, runway heading.
Brindabella 554, climb to 5,000 and turn left heading 103.
Climb 5,000 left, just saying in the heading is a 103.
Left heading 100, Brindabella 554.
100. Left heading 100, Brindabella 554.
Juliet Alpha Charlie, report the base runway 14.
IS mode set, full thrust.
We'll report base 14, Juliet Alpha Charlie.
And Berlin, Lima, Fox, the information tender.
Just legally last thing, continue to overfly Brisbane at 2000.
Overfly Brisbane 2000.
Okay, let's bring that thrust back. Oh, not that much. Oh, it's kind of 5,000 foot business. I'd rather stay at 3. One 80 set has climb 3,000 to go.
Brisbane, Juliet Alpha Charlie, turning right base, runway 14.
Juliet Alpha Charlie, thanks. Report turning flight on runway 14.
Full report on final. 14. Juliet Alpha Charlie.
I'm going to get a turn soon.
Cover 123, extend your downward leg for runway 14.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. I was just having around from the runway and discontinuing our approach into Brisbane at this time. Apologies for the delay. We do expect to be on the ground in about 5 minutes time after we've been vectored for another approach. Once again, a little bit of delay on the arrival into Brisbane today, about 5 minutes. And I'll apologise about that. Should get you on the ground in about
approach, Romeo Juliet,
9:35.
reporting 5 nautical. Romeo Juliet, Foxtrot, thanks. Turn left downwind for the right hand side runway 14, get to the visual approach and report.
As well as disarmed. Let's do the after takeoff checklist.
Juliet Alpha Charlie.
Gear is up, lights are out. VAP 0, pressurisation should be fine.
0, decimal 5.
And break, compass 123, clear to turn to the right. Face runway 14.
All spoilers are disarmed. And RPM back to 98. Object complete.
Romeo Juliet Foxtrot is repeating 1 left. Turn left to the right hand circuit downwind, runway 14, turn to visual approach and to the right.
Right hand downwind approach 14, Romeo Juliet Foxtrot.
Let's bring that speed back. I'll do about 200.
Yeah, good day, Brisbane approach, compass 74, keep 9 with you, sir, at 3,000 feet inbound to the southwest. Request full stop 32 is available.
Compass 7489, 1435.
1435.
Delta Lima Lima, turn left downwind, runway 14, and
15 miles at 5,000.
And
It's time to get some other charts out. Go and look at the en route low. Number 34.
Compass 123, contact distance 120.5.
Still listening out for our call sign there.
Thank you.
Delta Lima Lima, clear to the visual approach, runway 14.
Thanks, visual, thanks.
And compass 7489, thanks, identified, continue heading inbound, report 5 CSE Brisbane, and expect the expect a right hand circuit for runway 14, runway 32 contact.
K789 inbound 5 BME at present, sir, will be rectified by you. I have no cuts and as per flight plan lodge.
Compass 7489, thanks, turn left for joining the right hand downwind circuit.
Turn left, right hand downwind 14789.
And Brisbane approach Romeo Juliet Foxtrot reporting right base 1444.
I'm just checking the sea.
Foxtrot, thanks.
What a limit of control airspace it is.
Okay, 120.5, thanks for your coverage, Romeo Juliet Foxtrot.
Brindabella 554, sorry about that, turn left heading 010.
Everything 010, Brindabella 554. Zero 10 set.
Brindabella 554, turn left heading 325.
Everything 335, Brindabella 554. .335 set.
And we'll lift base 114 on the air traffic side.
22 DME, yeah, we're still inside control airspace. It's CLL 4005.
Okay, final 114, definitely.
Compass 7489, extend the downwind leg for runway 14 and I'll advise them turning to when you're able to set base.
Yes, 789, read that, you will report to be sir.
Turn the final 114.
Just Lima Lima, please contact 120 additional flight. Please take Compass 7489 bid for visual approach runway 14.
Has the Brisbane Airport identifier.
14789. Thank you.
Okay, I'm just going to roll over to the ILS. Okay, approach checklist. We know it's a runway 19er. We have the ILS details already set up. We are flying a visual approach down to minimums of 200. Altimeter is set, QNH 1027. Passing signs are still on. And see fuel. 13 or 14, it's plenty.
Brindabella 554, Brisbane approach, Takeoff.
Brindabella 554, go ahead.
Brindabella 554, are you happy for vectors for a visual approach from the 19?
Yeah, we'll take that, visual approach or the ILS, doesn't matter.
554, expect visual approach from the 19, turn left heading 300.
Heading 300, visual approach runway 19, Brindabella 554. 300 is set. Nice to get a descent at some point.
Canada 74090, contact Brisbane Tower
789, contact tower 1205, correct? Please repeat.
Phone, contact tower 120.5. Thanks, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Brindabella 554, descend to 2000.
Down at 2000, Brindabella 554. Set. Let's reduce some of that speed down to about 180 or so. And let's go IAS. Altitude select mode set. Keep that speed coming back to about 175. No, 170, that's fine. Still don't have the airfield in sight. That's the port over there, Brisbane Port. I think I got it. Just in the mist there. think I can see the terminals. Yep, that's him. Runway's in the black hole at the moment.
Brindabella 554, report visual.
Brindabella 554 is visual. Grab 160 knots.
Brindabella 554, turn heading route 75.
275. Heading 275, Brindabella 554. 275 set. Flap 9.
Brisbane approach, good evening, this is Blue 3 Iron Mike via Coffs flight
Gear down.
to Brisbane International, and we are tracking Brisbane YBBN.
Aircraft rolling, stand by, Brindabella 554, turn left heading 220, cleared for the visual approach runway 19, contact tower 1025.
Heading 220 and cleared visual approach runway 19, tower 1205, Brindabella 554.
Zulu 3, Foxtrot.
My airplane.
Yeah, Mike, 145.
Let's go over the tower. Couldn't see the runway and he pointed us straight at it.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Dow, that was great.
Let's go flap 15. Flap 15.
Everybody out there together?
Flaps 15.
Check. Flight director off. As I say, he pointed us straight at the runway. He pointed us like in the middle of the runway from 45-degree intercept.
Thanks, Bridget Tower, 789, shutting down. Good one, Peter.
Cheers.
1000. Brisbane Tower, Brindabella 554, final runway 19.
Brindabella 554, this is Adam evening. Runway 19, clear to land.
Runway 19, clear to land, Brindabella 554. Flap 25.
Flap 25.
And speed on green dot, just below. Start the climb there. Let's get that stabilised. It's a little better. Continuing through. Green dot and about 1 dot above localizer. Glyso. Let's do final approach and landing checklist. Landing. Okay, landing checklist, landing gear down 3 green. Condition levers full. Spoilers armed. Flaps 25. Continuing through the approach. .500 feet, stable. 500. Check, 1 dot low. What's the wind doing? Seems to be quite heavily from the left. Even heavier than that. There we go. Above slope. Spoils deployed.
70 knots.
Check. Probably Alpha 6, I reckon. Condition levers taxi.
Condition levers taxi.
Okay, that's about right. There's a line. Brindabella 554 vacates runway 19.
Brindabella 554, taxi 5, Bravo to 6 and Charlie 6 to the bay.
Bravo and Charlie to the bay. We're in gate 31. If we can grab Charlie 5 or 4.
Brindabella 554, yeah, taxi 5, Bravo and Charlie 4.
Bravo Charlie 4, thanks Brindabella 554. There's 5. That's us right there. I think. Yep. That is.
Tower, good evening, doing the mic, final 1-4.
Perhaps up.
Coffs Harbour Mike, Brisbane South, good evening.
Spoilers disarmed.
Flaps up.
Roger, airline 14 Zulu, may come in.
Let's turn off lights. That's good. Parking brake set. And shutdown checklist. Flaps up. And 0. Spoilers disarmed. FMS turning off. Avionics coming off. Battery power set. Engine generators off. And engines coming off. Let's get the ground power on.
Zulu, you might come repeat it.
Caution in your line. Taxi to the GA open.
TCAS system test, okay.
Okay, we're on the ground power, and seatbelt signs coming off. Warning meters on. Cool, so that's all done. Shutdown complete. And we have once again returned to Brisbane. Thanks for flying.